How is Freetown, Andrew?
Freetown is calm but tense due to people's expectation of the outcome of the election that was held on Saturday.
Are people in Freetown free, as the name would seem to suggest, Andrew?
Yeah. Freetown is free. People are moving around. Some are almost pre-celebrating the victory of their own party. So people are moving around. Like I said, business returned to normal on Monday immediately, even though people are still busy with their ears listening to the radios for what may come up.
Give us a sense of the election. You are on the ground, and obviously you do have vantage point from all of us. Do you think, in your view, that the process and indeed the event of the election Saturday was free, fair, and transparent?
Shaka, this is one of the elections that we have to look at as a test case. It's different from other elections. The process was changed, so there was a very important need for voter education on the process, which was actually avoided, I can say that, because the entire country embarked on non-violent process. So with that effect, the election went actually very free. People were moving around freely, had a chance to vote, even though there are reports that NEC did not have their people at certain polling stations on time. Certain polling stations were not really organized. Some did not open on time, and some irregularities. But other than that, it was a very peaceful conduct of election.
Talking about NEC, I guess you must be talking about the National Electoral Commission, which of course is under Dr. Christian Top. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Christian Top is the Chief Electoral Commissioner.
To what extent does the average Sierra Leonean voter have confidence in that body to carry out a credible election?
That's the big question now on the credibility of NEC and the head of NEC herself, because since the election after Saturday, much have not been said from her. Today, there are speculations that they were in a tight, closed-door meeting to decide what to tell the people. So on both sides, especially the two major political parties, they are looking at the credibility, but the ones that are testing the credibility of Christian Top mostly are those on the opposition side. Of course, as usual, to see if they could have some legitimacies answered. As it is, the credibility of Christian Top is on the line because decisions need to be made in reference to the 2007 election, where she made some major decisions.
What about the fact that she comes to that job with an incredible CV, impeccable CV, if you will, Andrew, because of her key decision 5 years ago to announce victory for the incumbent president, Ernest Bai Koroma,
who was then the opposition leader.
That credibility was challenged by the major opposition party, SLPP, and that is what they carried all throughout, very close to even when she was reappointed to the seat. That's why I said she has to prove to those people that challenged her the last time that she can conduct a credible election. But so far, it's a give and take on what she will give out this week. We expect election results to be out either this week or very early next week. From your perspective, from the question you asked, it is true that she has to maintain that, especially so when the last time she declared the opposition victorious. So the opposition this time around is looking at saying, hey, we have also put our case to her. We have some complaints, and we're looking forward to see if she can give a justifiable answer. Likewise, the incumbent is also looking at her to see if she could make the right decision that could get them back into power. So you could see both parties actually have a lot at stake, and that is bent on the credibility of Christiana Ackpa herself.
We know, of course, that among other things, she was once a nun. She was also a minister for education. What else has she been before, Andrew?
Those are the positions that we know of her. She was a Catholic nun, and then she served in the junta regime. And after that, she ran FAWE, which is a non-governmental organization, look after the development of the girl child education. It is with that credibility that she moved over to the Electoral Commission, and having served the first time and given the chance to serve the second term, that's the credential we have for her so far.
What about the major opposition candidate, Julius Maad Bio? What reasons do you have, does he have, in your view, to begin crying foul even before the official results have been announced?
Well, that's a big question. If they have seen any irregularity, yes, they will go ahead and raise the issue, and that is left with NEC to investigate, which is what they are doing now. From the time they cried foul, NEC has actually been paying attention, looking at those areas where they cried foul to see if it is justified. And those are the results that they are waiting for now to come from NEC herself.
If you were a betting man, Andrew, who do you think would deserve your money? Who would you put your money on to win the election? The incumbent or former military head of state, Brigadier General Julius Maad Bio?
Of course, I work for democracy. I will put my money on the one that have the majority of the people.
Who did you vote for, Andrew?
I did not vote. I was disenfranchised. I didn't have the chance to register, and that gave me even a fair chance of being a referee, if you could say that, because I am waiting for the winner, and not either of the one, but either one that wins is the one that I will put my bet on as a democratic advocate.
To what extent would you say that at the end of the day, really, the political playing field was leveled in as far as the election is concerned? On the line of political spending, the incumbent was seeing on a very high level than the incumbent. That was one. The incumbent? You mean the incumbent than the opponents or the opposition?
The opponent, the major opposition party did not have that much of strength, of monetary strength, as was exhibited by the ruling party. Of course, you could see it's always the case. It's usually the case in Sierra Leone when the incumbent is in power and fighting very hard. There have been previous accusations and even present accusation of much access to logistics, much access to moving around as to the opposition. Remember, the opposition has not been in power for 5 years. The incumbent has been in power for 5 years, and they must have a lot of supporters who will say very well they're going to spend on their party.
Thank you.
So on that side, it wasn't, but we saw a lot of campaign on equal side. They actually had access to to the public for rallies, and the rallies were very peaceful. However, on the monetary side, that's where it wasn't a fair playing ground.
Thank you.